YouTube. So we can do the normal rigmarole and make sure everything works. We'll hear the brief echo. We're good. Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks. What is good? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless wonder-the-man Lincoln Clay, coming back at you with a live stream of Assetto Corsa Competizione. And we are practicing a couple of tracks for ACC Friday coming up. I think this week's tracks we are running at Laguna Seca and Suzuka. I didn't put Laguna Seca in the title because I'm at the regular computer and it doesn't do spell check, and I wasn't sure exactly how to spell Laguna Seca, so I was just being lazy. Let's see here. Let's get into Assetto Corsa Competizione in Oculus VR mode. Hopefully the stream won't be skittish. I mean, the last stream I did, I think yesterday, it was a little bit skittish. So I went back inside of OBS and I kept the resolution at 720p because I figure it doesn't work as hard versus 1080p. But I did raise the frame rate from 30 frames per second to 48 frames per second. I used to run it at 60 frames per second, but when I bought the 1080p camera, I raised the resolution up to 1080p. Everything seemed to be fine, and then I got the monkey in with it, and so here we are fiddling with it. So before I went live, I was fiddling around with Automobilista 2. And so I tried to do some custom settings. Alienware PC, hello sir. How you like it so far? DD1 is as good as people say? I think it is, but something that I need to disclose, and I'm glad you asked that question too, because something that I do need to disclose is that I'm still running my DD1 in low torque mode because I do not have the metal quick release. It was supposed to come today, and I got a notification from FedEx that it will be arriving tomorrow. So definitely tune in tomorrow because what I'm planning to do is oh, you know what? I forgot. I gotta sit with my father tomorrow. So if I do it, if I stream it, it's going to be live. It's going to be late in the evening, or it's going to be Thursday. But what I was planning to do was put the metal quick release on my McLaren GT3 wheel live, and then test it live in high torque mode. But as far as the wheelbase itself, because I'm coming off of the CSL Elite, and I absolutely love that wheelbase, and I have to say right out of the box, you know, the DD1 was set at 35% overall force feedback by default, and I think that's just something that Fanatec did so the wheelbase don't catch you off guard and the wheel don't whip around and catch you in the jaw or rip your arms off or something like that, because I keep hearing how strong this thing is in high torque mode. Right now, I'm running this in low torque mode at 90%, and I have the gain turned all the way up to 100 in Assetto Corsa Competizione. Oh, I got you. So right now you're running like 7.5 Newton meters. So a CSL DD almost, right? Yeah. See, on Reddit, I think a couple of people on Reddit said that the DD1 runs at about 10 Newton meters max in low torque settings. But someone else, you know, in my in one of my streams said that it runs at 8 Newton meters max. So If 8 newton meters max is what it's running, okay. Also, update on my Clutch Sport V3 pedals. It's been about 5 days now, and I still have not gotten a tracking number from FedEx yet. I paid for the pedals. I got the notification email from Fanatec, and it's been about 5 days, and I haven't gotten a tracking number yet. But the same thing happened with my metal quick release. It took 5 days after I bought it, after I paid for it, to get a tracking number. But I gave them the benefit of the doubt because I bought the metal quick release on Thanksgiving Day weekend, so I figured nobody's working that weekend. And I'm also trying to take into account that I think FedEx might be really busy with it being Christmas season right now. Not to mention everybody's using the pandemic as an excuse for whatever problems might be going on. So, True Virgil. Well, the ageless wonder. Yes, sir, it is the ageless wonder. Alienware PC, I would say that yes, I definitely love this DD, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of made me a little bit sick to spend $1,200 for this wheelbase, because I originally ordered the CSL DD, and I ordered that on September 12th. I was given a date of November 8th, and 2 weeks later I got an email from Fanatec saying that the DD had been delayed until November 29th, and I didn't want to wait that long, so I bought a CSL Elite off of eBay to get me by. So November 29th is approaching, and then right on Thanksgiving morning, Fanatec gives everybody a Thanksgiving Day gift and told us that our CSL DDs would be delayed until January 3rd. So at that point, I said, the hell with it. I don't want to wait. So I went ahead and spent the extra $700-800, whatever you want to call it, and I bought the DD1. And it was available, so it took, and I paid for 2-day shipping. So from the moment that I purchased it, from the moment that it landed into my living room, probably took about 4 days, 4 maybe 5 days, because it took a day or two for the order to get processed. Let's see, Alienware. Yeah, you can read the torque on the DD1 screen. I think people say maxed out at like 8 newton meters, like CSW used to. So you see, you bought one, it's trash. You can get a better PC. Hey, Alienware PC, that's what I'm working with. I'm on me, True Virgil. I'm working with an Alienware PC right now. I have an Alienware Aurora R8 that I upgraded. It had a 2070 in it. I put a 3070 in it because that's all I could get my hands on because of the scalpers and crypto miners. It was all I was able to get my hands on. I upgraded the CPU from an i5 to an i7. Upgraded the RAM from 16 gigs to 32 gigs. So it's getting me by. Let's see here. Alienware PC. I think you're strong enough to ride that DD1 instead of a CSL DD. Yeah, see, but something else you got to keep in mind, Alienware PC, is that it was only like 3-4 months ago that I was working with a Thrustmaster T150 that was attached to a coffee table about yay big and a lawn chair. So go back and check out some of my earlier streams and you'll see me sitting in that lawn chair with a Thrustmaster T150. And actually, I was fine with that. But the guys that I race with, Ham VR, Kevy D, Salsa Ketchup, those guys started kicking my ass. And Salsa and Ham both have CSL DDs. And I started, so I did some research with the CSL DD, and people was talking about the detail that you feel with the CSL DD and stuff like that. And I knew that the DD1 was already out there. I knew about it, and I knew how expensive it was, so it never even entered my mind to get one of those. And then, so again, you know, I did the research on the CSL DD, because I was originally gonna get a Logitech G29, but then after I did the research on the G29, it would have been a lateral move rather than an upgrade, because it's got the same 2.1 Newton meters of torque that the Thrustmaster T150 has. So so I pre-ordered the CSL DD, and then the rest is history, as I was saying. And the thing about it is, when I got the CSL DD originally, because I bought the table clamp for the CSL DD, I was fine with using that on a coffee table with the lawn chair. But after a while, you know, people were talking about 8 Newton meters is going to be too much for a table. You're going to need a rig. And so I went to go look at rigs, and I was going to get the GT Omega Art. Did the research, saw some flex on that. Then I was going to get the GT Omega Titan, which looked like a solid rig. Saw some flex on that, and then Ham was pushing me. He was like, "Go for the aluminum rig," and so he's got the SimLab Evo GT1, whatever that is. I think he's got that, and so I shopped around. And I ended up settling on the GT Omega Prime for a number of reasons. One is it was the cheapest aluminum rig that had the seat included, and it was on sale. It was normally $910, and you got it on, and I got it on sale for $819. And then I used Danny Lee's affiliate link that got me a 5% discount. So that knocked off like another $50, and then it was free shipping. So, in my opinion, with the rig being on sale, along with Danny Lee's 5% discount, along with free shipping, I figured that I saved at least $250 on this rig. So, because I reluctantly spent the money on this too, because I paid more than I wanted to for this rig. I originally didn't want to pay more than $300 for a rig, and then I was like, okay, well, $500 would be my limit. And then that's when I was going to settle on the GT Omega Titan. And then here comes Ham. He was like, go for the aluminum rig. And then I'm doing more research, and I'm like, I want to be absolute certain that I don't have any flex. So I jumped up to the GT Omega Prime, as you see. So let's whoa, that's interesting what you say right there, Alienware PC. I have a SimMagic Alpha Mini. Max torque is 10 Newton meters, which I knew about that. And I tried DD1, and that 5 Newton meters more and 20 Newton meters peak was incredible. So how do you feel about that? Are you going to stay with your Alpha Mini, or are you going to bump up to a DD1? We're going to do a quick race. I think we're going to turn the opponent's skill down to about 92. We'll take it to 93. And we'll start with Laguna Seca. You know, Alienware PC, after I ordered the CSL DD and I was given a date of November 29th, I had joined Reddit, and people were talking about the CSL DD, and they were talking about how long it was going to take to get one, how hard it was going to be to get one, that kind of stuff. And so people were talking about other alternatives. They were talking about the SimMagic, the VRS. I think this VRS Force Pro. I think that's what it's called. Because I guess that's 20 Newton meters of torque for $800. My friend JD Max has one. Let's see here. It says I did a couple of laps with F1 in Automobilista 2, and I fell in love. Now that is one of the things I'm not. That's one of the things that I don't care for. I was just in Automobilista 2 before I came in, before I started streaming, and the only DD1s that Automobilista 2 recognizes is the DD1 Formula bundle. So basically, all I could do is just, you know what? I forgot to go back. Oh, man. Because I got the pedals plugged into the wheelbase. And from what I understand, it's a little bit more responsive. 1 second, folks. Okay, as you were saying, you did a couple of laps with F1 car and Automobilista 2. So I was saying that Automobilista 2 does not recognize this standard DD1. It recognizes the Formula 1 bundle, DD1 for the PlayStation. You're saving to get one. So what are you going to do with your Alienware PC? So what are you going to do with your Alpha Mini? See, the fact of the matter is, by the time it crossed my mind to get an Alpha Mini, because I guess they had like a special pre-order price of like $540. I think that was like a pre-order price, plus another $100 for a quick release. So now we're up to $619. So that kind of got my attention, that it was $100, $119 more than the CSL DD. And then the other thing about it was I was already too far invested into the Fanatec ecosystem because I already had the McLaren GT3 wheel. I already had 2 sets of pedals, the CSL pedals and the CSL Elite pedals. And then I bought the CSL Elite to get me by. And then along with the pre-order that I had for the CSL DD. So I was already too far invested into the Fanatec ecosystem. And then the other thing was I didn't want to deal with the hassle of trying to find some kind of adapter to get my McLaren GT3 wheel to work with the Alpha Mini.
Stay double file.
Oh. Alright, I think we got to go back to the options here. I might have to close this game down and start over again because I plugged my brakes in, mid-game. So I might have to close this and start it all over again. Oh, nope, got away with it. Let me know how the stream's looking. If it's running skittish or running smooth or not. Yeah, it's looking kind of skittish right there. 1 second, I'll check that. I'll check that in a second. Yeah, this game's running skittish.
We have some light damage in the rear of the car.
Okay, 1 second here. Let me see here. You said I think the wheel setting is only I think the wheel setting is only to load a button preset on the rim, but you can use whatever base you want. Fanatec firmware drivers are much more mature than those used on the Alpha Mini, that's for sure. You said the stream looks good to you. All right. See, I think yesterday when I was streaming, it was kind of skittish, and I thought maybe I had too many apps open and I'm running too many things on the PC. You know what? I might even have to go into the settings, into the video settings, and turn a couple of things down. Effects mid, post processing. Yeah, pixel density. So I might have to turn a couple of things down. Let's see here. View distance. All right, let's see what that does.
Going double file.
All right, that's... Support Gaming, what's up? on Battlefield? Okay. Shit! You said you'd rather be racing? Alright. There you go. Alright, let's do this again. Alienware PC, gotta go. 2 a.m. here, UK time. Alright, EU time. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. Alright, this is it. Win, lose, or draw. Still got to try out Suzuka too. Yeah, I'm driving a Porsche. This Porsche can be rewarding and it can be a nightmare. Damn it.
There's some light damage on the left of the car.
This is going to kill my safety rating. Ah. That this car right here, I turned in. Oh well, you guys can't see it. So here, I'll do it like this. So this Porsche right here, I turned in some of my fastest laps with this Porsche. I turned in a lap of 150.5 on Monza, and crazy enough, I did it with the Thrustmaster T150, and I've come close to beating it a couple of times with this wheelbase, but haven't been able to do it. But one of the biggest problems with this car, in my opinion, is the understeer. I think the understeer in this car is horrible, and that's one of the reasons why I can't wait to get these V3 pedals, because I think it'll be easier for me to trail brake because of the load cell. Wouldn't you know it, they got me starting at the front again. Let me see here, because I don't want to start at the front of the pack. I want them to start me random. Oh, starting position is random. Because I kind of want to start in the middle of the pack or the back of the pack and have to work my way up.
Stay in double file.
Great Tantrum, how's it going? Oh my goodness, it is warm. Well, one of the things I did to solve the problem of the Rift S, one of the things I did to solve the problem with the Rift S is I'm not using the Rift microphone. I got my Yeti microphone set up right here. You might see that box on the side of the rig. The microphone is sitting right on top of it. So, at the very least, we will not have any more robotic voice. That robotic voice is gone. So now it's just a matter of hopefully this stream is running smoothly. It's not running choppy. I turned the resolution down to 720, and I've got the frame rate at 48 frames a second. Let's go back to Laguna Seca. Up until and the other thing, for the most part, the Rift S has been more dependable than the Quest 2, because the Quest 2 will disconnect 4 or 5 times before it stays connected. In the case of the Rift S, last week, one of the reasons why I had a really bad stream last week is that I did not know that my son was playing Gears of War, and that he turned the resolution all the way up to 2160p. And then he did not turn it back down to 1080p to where I normally have it. So last week when I was streaming, I've got the TV outputting at 2160p. We've got the headset outputting at 1440p. And we've got OBS outputting at 1080p. So the PC was working kind of hard. So I got the resolution turned back down to 1080p on the computer. Naturally, this headset is outputting at 1440p, and we've got OBS turned down to 720. So hopefully we've eliminated some of the problems. Give me a second. It is warm in here. I've got to turn on a little bit. I got to turn the fan on a little bit. This Yeti microphone picks up everything, so you may possibly hear it. 1 second. God damn it. Windows resolution affects your VR game performance. Well, see, because basically the game is outputting twice. It's outputting through the TV and it's outputting through the headset. So the TV was outputting, the computer was outputting the display for this game for the TV in 2160p because I forgot to turn it back down. And then the PC's under added stress by running this headset. And the resolution in the headset is 1440. And then OBS, taxes your PC a little bit. And I had that running at 1080p. So I had to turn all that stuff down. So... I mean, it wasn't a case where I just knew this stuff out of the wild blue. Every time I go back and look at my stream and I see where I was having some problems where it looked skittish or my voice was funny or something like that, I had to go back to the lab and experiment with turning things down or what have you. And then that's the other thing that will put stress on the PC is the graphical settings within this game. If you got it turned up to epic, it will tax at least it will tax my PC. Ham's got the overhead because he's got a 3090. I don't have the kind of overhead he does because I've got a 3070. I couldn't get my hands on a 3080 like I wanted. So the graphical settings, I had to go into the graphical settings. Some of the things are turned down to mid. Some of the things are even turned down to low. So that will affect your PC's performance too. So all that stuff running at once affects the PC's overall performance. But you can do stuff like go into the I think the administrative settings, and you can prioritize whatever you want to prioritize, and your PC will make sure that that one runs good over anything else. It is still warm in here. I got to turn the other fan on. If it gets too windy, and you guys, and it sounds funny, let me know. It said, I never suspected that. I should try 1080p at Windows when I play VR. Yeah, depending on what you got for a PC. Now, according to him, ACC is CPU intensive more so than GPU intensive. And that's the other thing. He's got a better CPU than me. He was running a i9 9900K. I think now he's got like a i9 1100 something, whatever the newest CPU is. Whereas me, I'm working with an i7 9700K. So yeah, I would probably say your PC resolution. Go into hit the start button and go into your resolution. Go into your display, your resolution or whatever, and turn it down to 1080p whenever you're going to be in VR. If you're going to play flat screen, then yeah, you can turn it back up to whatever you want. But whenever you're in VR, I would recommend turning your computer's resolution down to 1080p or lower. I mean, that is, where are you at? Is it like a sauna upstairs? I live on the bottom. It was already warm in here when I got home from work. And then I would probably say the added intensity of trying to run a clean race. And sometimes it can get a little bit warm under these headsets. Okay, last thing to do is, there we go.
Going double file.
Oh, shit.
We're halfway through, not over yet.
Oh, shit. He actually saved me. No, I didn't get that quick release yet. Braking too late trying to catch him.
Well done, mate. We're so fast to stop.
About a minute left.
Hey, there's a final lap now.
Damn it.
Right, main race is over. Good job. You did the best you could. Take it easy, lead lap.
All right. So, 1 second here, Tantrum. Okay, it said, the whole time I play VR, my operating system is at 4K 60. Yeah, I would definitely turn it down to 1080. Because that'll put less stress on your PC. And then your next comment, you said, on my PS4 Pro, I leave that at 1080p mode. VR seems to run smoother. I should have known this for PC too. Well, as far as your PS4 Pro, because I have a PS4 Pro as well, I think once you turn on the headset, the console automatically drops down to 1080p for the headset. And then once you turn it off, it'll jump back up to 4K or 1440 or whatever you're running at. And then again, he said, did you get that piece that unlocks your Newton meters? Nope, not yet. It was supposed to come today, but it got delayed until tomorrow. So it was originally supposed to come tomorrow in the first place. Then they said it was going to come a day early. Now they're putting it back to tomorrow. It's going to come tomorrow. Also on my Club Sport V3 pedals that I ordered, something wacky is going on with that. I ordered that. It's been about 5 days, and I still haven't gotten a tracking number from FedEx yet. So let's check out multiplayer. Wait a minute. It says an error occurred. Yeah, something's going on. The servers are not coming up. Let's see what happens if even the quick join, there's nothing there. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, in 4K mode, the PS4 Pro changes. In 1080p mode, it is already set. Yeah. I will say that about PlayStation VR. Because of... Well, let's go. What's up? PSVR always has run smooth. It's very few games that I played where it just was just completely broken right from the start. Now, of course, Brian Paul of PSVR Without Parole doesn't have a lot of good things to say about After the Fall on PlayStation VR, though. Something's going on here. I think I'm going to have to close this game and then start over again. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, something was going on with the multiplayer. I have to admit, I got a little bit of a heavy foot. And there comes times where you definitely have to finesse the brakes. And, you know, and I got a brick for a foot. so I'm a little barbaric at times using the brakes. Wonder if the servers are down for maintenance or something. It says connecting. Wow, looks like I might not be able to race multiplayer tonight. It's not connecting. Yeah, it still says disconnected. And I paid my damn internet bill. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to see you guys in the chat if I didn't pay my internet bill. So I'm wondering if their servers are down for maintenance or something. So if so, I guess I'll have to do another race against the AI. Well, I got a yellow dot, says connecting. Disconnected. Yeah, there must be an issue. Must be an issue with the servers. So I guess we'll do another single player race. You know what? I haven't. Go with Spa. Although I should keep practicing on Laguna Seca and Suzuka because those are the tracks coming up for ACC Friday. But I'm still in the learning stages of this Podium DD.
Stay in double file.
Oh my god!
Got some light damage on the front of the car.
It's the same corner every time.
Going double file. Green light, go, go, go.
One last time, he clipped me from the back. I got past him. He was supposed to back off. You look so calm.
Stay double file.
that one, the car came loose for no reason. It just snapped loose on me. And I'm gonna lose some safety ratings for quitting that race. As long as I stay above 80, that's really all I care about. Still no dice on the multiplayer. Well, I definitely wanted to go up against live servers. Nope, not working. I guess maybe we could take a quick look at Automobilista 2. I'm only going to monkey with this for a second, and then I'm going to wrap it up. I'm getting hungry. Okay. Where shall we go? This isn't going. Park. Guess I'll mess with the ever popular Daytona. Haven't had a chance yet to look at the latest patch for AMS2. Really, since it doesn't recognize the Podium DD1, I kind of don't even want to play it. Hey, let's have a look at Watkins Glen. I've never raced on that track before. Hopefully my seating position will be correct. Oh, my pedals aren't working. Ah. The pedals have to be plugged into the wheelbase. for the game to recognize it. Yep. Says Lincoln, I believe there are races now on Automobilista 2. I'll get around to looking at them soon enough. So yeah, in the case of this wheelbase, I've got the pedals. I've got the pedals plugged directly into the PC and not into the wheelbase. And this game seems to only recognize the pedals when it's plugged into the wheelbase. So we'll monkey around with it tomorrow. I'm getting tired. I'm getting hungry. So sorry about that, folks. I'm going to go ahead and close shop. What time is it? 9 o'clock? Well, I guess after I get done eating, if I'm not tired, and I jump back on in the multiplayer, in the competition servers or whatever the case may be, or back up on a set of Corsa Competizione, then maybe I'll come back and do a stream. But if not, look for me to do something either tomorrow or Thursday, because my quick release should be here tomorrow. Only catch is I have to sit with my father tomorrow because it's my day to watch him, and probably won't get back here until 10 p.m. Eastern time. So for you folks over in the UK, that's going to be 3 in the morning for you guys, 3 a.m. So I know a lot of you will be asleep. So if you don't catch me live, you catch the replay. With that, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here because I am absolutely starving. Hey, thanks, bro. Let's go. Appreciate you popping in. So I'm going to go ahead and boogie on out of here. And tomorrow, as I said, I think what I'm going to do is, sorry, I bite my nails. I think I'm going to do something a little bit interesting tomorrow with the quick release. So I think what I'm going to do is set up both cameras. So I think what I'm going to do is that room back there, I'm going to put the quick release on my McLaren wheel so I can get up close and show you guys. And then from there, I can shut that camera off and then access this camera and then walk into this room, connect it, and then jump right into a set of Corsa Competizione. Hopefully that will unlock the high torque mode, and I won't have to play around in the settings to find out where to unlock it and that kind of stuff. And we'll jump right into it and test this high torque mode tomorrow and see if it'll see if this base wants to act like it wants to rip my arms off. So if it does, and then I'll have to follow Dave Cam's advice and just let it go or rip your thumbs off. All right, with that, thanks for watching, everybody. So if I don't see you again tonight, we'll catch you again tomorrow. You guys know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king. And deuces. We'll see you.